Welcome to our annual St. Bloody Valentine's Massacre bout. I am Nene here with Cookies and Scream to announce for you when we're competing Happy Valley Hellbenders against the Nittany Nightmares.
So we're going to start with the roster of the Mount Nittany Nightmares, which is in black. We have number 15, Grateful Shred. We have number 21, Hustler. We have number 25, Chemical Restraint. Number 3, Uncle Mommy. Number 40, Zoe Flake. And I like that hype. Can we get that for every name? Thank you. Number 411, Addie. Okay. Number 07, Carnage. Oh, come on. Number 07, Carnage. Okay. Number 79, Assassin. Number 42, Circuit. Number 88, Piston. Number 515, who it's his first game, Regulator. Number 1304, Sweet Potato. Number 21, Hustler. Number 18, Cam Jam. And your coach for Mount Nittany Nightmares in Black, Tornado Alley.
Let's get a round of applause for them. And I've got the Happy Valley Hellbenders in red. 12-17, Nancy Drew Blood. Let's get a little round every player. 210, Countess Clement. 413, Destructive. 314, The Ripper. 44, Craven Equality. 527, Bipolar Roller. Number 6, Lil Hammer. 7 is Crystal Brawler. 707, Auntie Dad. 302, Genghis Bond. In their first game is number 79, Linguine. 911 is Morgue. 365 is Dazed and Confused. And our coach is Ace of Blades. And our non-skating officials at the scoreboard, we have Rude Boy. Scorekeeper is Ginja Ninja. Scorekeeper, Namaskate. Penalty box manager is Pillows. Penalty box is Thunder. Penalty box timer is Strange. Jam timer is Bionic Bee. Our penalty lineup tracker is Brace. And another penalty lineup tracker is Painsley Slays.
Number 40, and for red, Destructive, number 413. And the gym is off. We have all 80 wheels on the track. Some great defense from the team in red. And Destructive takes lead.
Those Hellbenders are still holding Zoflake back, but she finally made it through the pack.
Destructive takes 4 and calls it. For the Mount Nittany Nightmares, we have number 42, Circuit, jamming.
.314 Ripper is trying to get through while Circuit is being held back by those Happy Valley Hellbenders. Who's going to make it out to get that lead jammer?
A little bit of a trip up, but Circuit makes it through, takes lead. And we have a star pass, and that is number 302, Genghis Bond.
We've got our first skater heading to our penalty box.
I believe that's Sweet Potato.
We want to thank Badger and Hound for sponsoring our penalty box today. You can find them at a local barbershop on 105 South Pew Street in State College. If you are interested in sponsoring for our games, you can sponsor a game, a penalty box, or a jam line. Contact Scar on any of our social medias.
So we got Regulator coming through. And just slips out on the inside, getting tapped out by 44. And Regulator takes lead. The Mount Nittany Nightmares still have that Hellbender jammer stuck in the pack. We have some great recycling. We have that great one-on-one blocking. I can't see the number, but hats off to you. And we have a star pass.
That star pass is going to go to number 44, Craven Equality. Regulator is going to call off that jam.
4 points, Nittany Nightmares, 0 Happy Valley Hellbenders. Oh, 4 points.
Yep.
8 points.
Craven Equality was able to skip right on through before he was able to call off that jam. Jamming this time around is Destructive for the Happy Valley Hellbenders and Uncle Mommy for the Nittany Nightmares.
And Destructive gets out of the pack on her first round, going through that wall of Nittany Nightmare blockers. Got a forearm call. And we got a cut on 911 and 42, and that is Circuit coming back around for the first point scoring pass.
We've got a couple of players for the Nittany Nightmares and for the Happy Valley Hellbenders in our penalty box now.
This jam is going to start with a power jam to 515. That is Gregulator, who had a great first jam for his first game. So let's see what he can do now. With the track in his favor, let's see.
That'll help them out since we're 15 Happy Valley Hellbenders to 10 Nittany Nightmares.
Got some great offense happening for the Nittany Nightmares, and he makes it out on his first. And everyone's out of the penalty box. We have all 80 wheels back on the track. Circuit. Gregulator scores another 4 points. Jamming for Mount Nittany Nightmares, we have number 21, Hustler.
Against 302, Genghis Bond for the Hellbenders.
And a quick slip out of that defense makes it around and begins the point scoring lap.
Genghis Bond in their first match is in the penalty box, sitting along with Crystal Brawler.
Hustler getting recycled back into the back of that pack. And she makes it out.
Genghis Bond is going to call off that jam, scoring 8 points before Hustler can get around and pick up any for the Nightmares.
And 411 Addie makes it out of the pack, taking lead with a war cry. She comes back around to make some points. And we have a penny pass to number with a great run, or shall I say skate. The jam is finished, and 3 points are put on the board for Mount Nittany Nightmares. Sweet Potato coming back with the jammer cap again against Morgue 911. We have one in the penalty box. And we're off. Some great tracking by the Happy Valley Hellbenders, keeping that jammer back. And great recycling. Morgue is able to make it out of the initial pass. And Sweet Potato not far behind.
They're going to send Craven Equality to the penalty box.
We got Zoflake going against Lil Hammer. And we're off. Zoflake with some quick maneuvering. And makes it out with lead. We see some great defense, some great tracking coming from Carnage, getting in front of the jammer. Seems that Red was unprepared, and she comes around and makes another 4 points for Zoflake.
Can Little Hammer catch up to Zoflake as she's scoring up all those points for the Nightmares?
Some great maneuvering from Zoflake. Look at that side maneuver. Great, and we have another 4 points on the board.
Zoflake worked hard to decrease that gap. It's now Happy Valley Hellbenders 28 against the Nittany Nightmares 27.
For the Nightmares, we have 42 Circuit, and for the Hellbenders, we have 413 Destructive. All 80 wheels on the track. With some quick maneuvering, Circuit's able to take lead.
The Nightmares are holding back Destructive. Can Circuit increase their lead and get above the Hellbenders?
I think so. With a baby apex jump, you're able to come around and make another 4 points. And a smooth another 4 points for Circuit.
Hellbenders are going to see Crystal Brawler head into the penalty box.
Big maneuver for Circuit, and Circuit calls off the jam.
Circuit's going to bring up that lead, going to take that lead from the Hellbenders. It is 35 Nightmares to 28 Hellbenders. This jam is going to see Ripper going up against Cam Jam. Cam Jam's going to make it through the pack first and take up that lead jammer.
For the first lead and first jam of the game. Got some speed control coming through. Gets drawn back around by 12-17. That is Nancy Drew Blood. And some great defense from the Valley Hellbenders. Look at that wall. And we have a star pass to Carnage, trying to maneuver through that defense, and gets drawn back again. Rin the Ripper still working for that last defender, who gets a penalty. So they're free to score points again.
Ripper's coming out of that penalty box, but Chemical Reaction is heading over to it.
Got some great one-on-one from Piston over here. And a no pack call. Another 4 points to Rin. Some great defense from the Hellbenders, holding George Carnage back.
Ripper's trying to work her way through that defense to pick up more points for the Hellbenders. And that is going to be the end of that jam. That's going to be our highest scoring jam of the game so far for Ripper. 12 points picked up for the Hellbenders, and Carnage picked up 2 for the Nightmares.
For the Mountain Nittany Nightmares, we have number 40, Zoflake, up to jam again against 302, Genghis Bon.
While we have that official timeout, we want to let you know we are on Facebook and Instagram. You can also visit scarderby.com for details on recruitment, game schedules, and sponsorships. We are looking for sponsors for our Center of the Universe Tournament 2026 still. That is at the end of this month here at C3 Sports Complex. Come out and visit us. You can also catch us on our streaming live YouTube channel. We just want to remind everybody, if you are taking pictures, make sure you use the hashtag Scarred Derby and hashtag Scarred for Life on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We would like to see those. Share your photos. Also, you are always welcome to come out if you'd like to look into Derby and join. We're always looking for skating and non-skating positions. We will have recruitment coming up here in the springtime. You can look at our social media channels and find out the times and dates for that. If you are interested, we always have loaner gear just when you're starting out, and you can see if you like it. Don't forget to join and join in the fun.
You know, me and Nana here are talking about injuries, and it's not fun, so we want to take time to thank our EMTs, John Wolf and Sean Anthony. Thank you for being here, because without you, we would be in a lot of danger. Thank you. 5 seconds to start the jam. And the jam is off. Big hit from 411. Quick maneuvers by 302, Genghis Bon, and jammers are out racing each other to see who will score points first. Zoflake has lead and calls it off.
Zoflake isn't going to pick up any points, but she's also going to prevent the Hellbenders from getting any more of a lead than they have now.
And we have a timeout from Team Black. That is Mountain Nittany Nightmares. Timeout is called off. Dazed and Confused versus Circuit on the jammer line. Some great tracking from Circuit. However, it's not enough. He's headed to the box. I mean, that fancy footwork would have let it slide for me if I was the ref, but I am unfortunately not. And it is a power jam for 365, Dazed and Confused. And Dazed and Confused. There's nothing confusing about that wonderful maneuver. That was really quick through the pack. 4 points on the board. We have a red blocker headed to the box.
Destructive is heading over to that penalty box, and Circuit is coming out of that penalty box now. Dazed and Confused is still fighting against that Nightmare defense, trying to pick up more points.
Craven Equality against 515, and that's Regulator.
Dazed and Confused really extended that lead for the Hellbenders. It is 47-37 Nightmares. Can the Regulator pick up some points and close that gap? Craven is going to get through the pack first and pick up that lead jammer, but Regulator is hot on her heels.
And we got a baby apex jump and calls it immediately. Just enough time to get their own blocker out of the box. And we see Crystal Brawler for the first time as jammer with the jammer cap. Let's see what she can do. Big hit on a blocker. And we see Zoflake take that lead.
Coming in hot, trying to close that gap.
Some great recycling from Mount Nittany Nightmares. And a big drawback from a Mount Nittany Nightmare blocker.
We got a successful star pass to Nancy Drewbled for the Hellbenders.
And Zoflake's going to call it off.
But not before picking up some points to close that gap. That's going to be 8-0 for that jam in favor of the Nightmares. But we are still 51 Hellbenders, 45 Nightmares. This jam is going to see Destructive going up against Circuit for the Nightmares.
Some really great defense from both teams, keeping both jammers at bay.
But Destructive is going to make it out of the pack first to pick up that lead jammer. Circuit is still fighting.
And we see a star pass.
Uncle Mommy for the Nightmares is going to try and pick up some points.
Some very enthusiastic jeering from the masked individual on the Hellbender side. We love to see it. I'm a little scared.
That would be our own Ace of Blades.
Let's clap it up on this side for the audience. Are you guys alive over there? You in the hat. We see each other.
This jam is going to see 12-17 Nancy Drewblood going up against 5-15 Gregulator.
Some really shifty footwork from 515. That's Gregulator. You know, this is Gregulator's first game, but he did not shy away from showing his skill and showing his quickness on the track.
Those of you in the audience, do not shy away from our merch table. You can pick up some of our older vintage but still well-loved logos as we start to send off our Scar Logos Grand Send-Off. We're going to roll in a new era.
And Gregulator calls it off with another great jam. The jam starts. We see Sweet Potato blocking for Mount Nittany Nightmares. And some great resilience.
Sweet Potato is going to get recycled back by Destructive.
But we see Rin take the lead, coming around for that first point scoring lap.
Ripper wants to get some more points and keep the Hellbenders lead.
Hellbenders really working hard to keep that jammer at bay. Doing some great one-on-one tracking. Really trusting each other that they each have the jammer.
Genghis Bond and Crystal Brawler doing some amazing defense, holding back Sweet Potato.
We have a star pass for the Nittany Nightmares.
That's going to go to Grateful Shred. Can she get through and try to pick up some points for the Nightmares?
And a big hit from Carnage, but Rin gets back up.
Hellbender's defense is doing their job well today in holding back the Nightmares jammer. Giving Rin the Ripper that time she needs, and she's going to call off that jam, but not before scoring some points to really make that gap even larger for the Nightmares. We are currently 64 Hellbenders to 53 Nightmares. While we have that official timeout, I want to remind you, you can sponsor any situation for Scarred Derby. We are always looking for sponsors. Ask any skater or contact us at scarredderby.com and pick up a sponsorship packet. Additionally, we do love our donations that we get from the community. We'd like to thank Giant and Weiss for all of their donations and helping our league. You are always welcome to make straight donations for our Betty Fund. Those are always collected at our merch table. Those are so we can help out skaters join and get to know what Derby is all about.
That official review used as a team timeout is called off. We have number 79, Lengen. And the jam has started. So we see the red jammer in the box. Legend goes to the box, so it's a free-for-all for the Mount Nittany Nightmares. So we're seeing some great defense from the Hellbenders, really holding that jammer back.
Legend is going to come off the penalty box hot, trying to get in there, but it's going to be recycled back by chemical reaction. While Craven Equality is recycled back Cam Jam. This is Cam Jam's first match, and we think she is doing an amazing job.
Both jammers being held back by some strong defense, some strong walls. But unfortunately, Legend is going to head back to the box for another power jam for Mount Nittany Nightmares.
Cam Jam had that power jam, but she's going to give that star pass over to Circuit. Circuit's going to work hard to pick up as many points as he can for the Nightmares. Scream, when you were playing, what was your favorite thing to do?
What was my favorite thing to do? I would say, well, I was a blocker. No jammer.
No jammer?
I have so much respect for these jammers out here.
Oh, I don't ever want to do that.
No,
not
at all.
I'm slow.
Not at all. I would say my favorite thing to do would be kind of use my shoulder to block. If that's, I'd come in at the hip, kind of translate to rugby pretty well. So I would come in and just sweep the jammer out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing to do.
I love that.
What about you?
So my career was very short-lived after an injury. My goal was always to be a good enough blocker to hold back Zoflake. Because Zoflake is scary jamming.
Looks very scary. I mean, your career could almost be called a one-hit wonder, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. It was Ace. Ace put me out. It was actually a funny story. I Supermaned out of the gym.
I mean, Diana Ross said it best, round and round, boy, you turned me upside down and inside out. That's what it sounded like.
I love
Carnage going to be heading to the box, their pivot, so Zoflake's going to be all on her own, but looking like she's holding up well, and Legend makes it out.
Zoflake is picking up those points for the Nightmares. Gonna call off that jab before Legend can get around.
Some great maneuvering.
That would be why that was my goal. Zoflake as a jammer, terrifying. But they also used to do ice hockey.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, and wrestling. Like, ridiculous levels scary.
Zoflake, if you're available after this game, rugby for Penn State is looking for players, so please head on over and bring your skill.
This jam is going to see Destructive for the Hellbenders going up against Piston of the Nightmares.
A big hit by Hustler, 21, drawing the jammer back for the Hellbenders. Some great one-on-one tracking.
Crystal's going to recycle Piston. Both of them trying to still get through that initial pass. Carnage coming off hot out of the penalty box. Thank you to Badger and Hound for sponsoring our penalty box this game.
And Destructive makes it out. And is lead as well.
And Carnage needed another break. He's going to just visit our penalty box again. The seats are very comfy. And Crystal decided to join, have a little powwow. Little chat over there in the penalty box. Destructive is pushing hard against that Nightmare defense, trying to get that lead jammer. They are still working to get that initial pass. Hustler's going to recycle back Destructive. And Carnage is going to sneak in and get a successful star pass and pick up that lead jammer. No.
And take the star pass. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever seen Blades of Glory. I mean,
it was close.
That was beautiful.
That was so beautiful.
That was beautiful.
I was so proud.
I'm very proud.
And we're going to have our intermission. Join us here back in 15 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that break was good. I hope you went to the merch table. I hope you got a snack, went to the bathroom, do what you need to do because we have 30 more minutes left of Derby.
We're going to start this jam with 302 Genghis Bond going up against 515 Gregulator. Both of them are visiting skaters. We appreciate you. Welcome, welcome.
And Gregulator takes lead.
Genghis Bond is hot on his heels. Can Greg close that 10-point gap for the Nightmares?
We got some jammer on jammer action. And some great maneuvering from the Hellbenders defense. And the jam is called. I just want to take this time to thank all photographers in the Derby world. Thank you, Sean Hale, for being here. And thank you, Drew Weedman, for also shouting out on the live stream. We love you.
Thanks for being here, Keys.
And, of course, Andrew Keys. Of course. But we knew that.
Yeah. Well, well, well. The Nightmares are putting Zoflake in to jam up against 911 Morg. Morg's going to use some fast feet to get through that pack first and pick up lead jammer.
And Zoflake not far behind. Zoflake has proven to be a very reliable jammer anytime that you need to catch up.
She really is. And so many times I've watched her, people feel her breathing up their neck, and they're like, no. Ooh. Drew going up against Zoflake. Zoflake's going to pick up 3 points, but Happy Valley Hellbenders are going to grab 2.
We got 42 circuit for the Nightmares and Destructive for the Hellbenders on the jammer line.
Both teams' defenses have been working really hard this game. And there goes Hustler recycling back Destructive while Circuit is still trying to fight against that Hellbender defense and get through. He is going to be recycled back.
Not for long as he makes it out and takes lead.
It's that fast feet. It's like watching Cirque du Soleil on skates sometimes.
Very true.
Like half the time I'm like, I don't think that everybody moves that way.
Definitely not me. Definitely not me. That's
No.
why I'm here and he's there.
No, I'm like,
Yeah.
I think his foot is on backwards or something. Like, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Or maybe I'm on backwards. I think I should switch my feet around to move like that. But another 4 points goes on the board for the Nittany Nightmares.
And we're going to have a successful star pass to Craven Equality. While Circuit is still making it around to grab some more points. But that Hellbender defense is holding back, so he's going to call off that jam.
We got Gregulator and Morg up to jam. All 80 wheels on the track. And we're off. We see some quick footwork from both jammers. And Morg is able to just slip by that last defender.
Yeah, Zoflake was trying to catch him, and I tell you what, I wouldn't want to go up against her.
Gregulator getting recycled back at the back of the Hellbenders pack. Trying to get through, But that defense is really locked down. They're recycling very well, making it very hard for Regulator to make it around. A big hit from 79. That's L'assassin. Nope, sorry. That's not L'assassin.
Lengen.
That's Lengen.
Morg is going to call off that jam, but not before picking up 3 points for the Hellbenders. That's going to make us 77 Hellbenders to 69 Nightmares. Oh, this jam sees chemical reaction coming into jam against Auntie Dad. Ha.
We got 2 new jammers on
restraint.
the track.
Excuse me. That would be chemical restraint. We just call her Chem. But I do believe this is her first jam of the match.
Making it through. Excited to see this jamming style.
I believe this is his first time jamming, isn't it?
I believe so. And score some points, but not without leaving some wreck on the track made of blockers.
It's because you give me a
Really quick footwork from Genghis Bond. Recovering fast from that hit from Zoflake.
Circuit is still trying to use his fancy footwork, and he does get through the pass for that initial one. He does not have lead jammer, but can he pick up enough points? And that is going to be a no. Genghis Bond is going to call off that jam before he can catch any.
Dazed and Confused up against Regulator. And Regulator with some very fast footwork takes lead.
Nightmares are trying to still hold back Dazed and Confused. And Regulator is going to have some fast footwork, picking up some more points for the Nightmares.
Some great defense from the Mount Nittany Nightmares, but Dazed and Confused makes it through. Regulator navigating his way through the Hellbenders pack. And he will call it.
This is Regulator's first game, but he is not wasting any time putting points up on the board, jam after jam. He picked up 6 for the Nightmares, making that 81 Hellbenders, 78 Nightmares.
Got Nancy Drewblood jamming for the Hellbenders against Zoflake for Mount Nittany Nightmares. And Zoflake takes lead with Nancy Drewblood coming fast behind her.
That's what Zoflake does. She is going to push you to work so hard.
Quick footwork, 4 points.
And the score is tied 82 to 82, but we are going to see Morg going up against Circuit for the Nightmares. Morg is going to use those feet to get that lead jammer, but Circuit is coming in hot.
Circuit's fast skating made Morg a little nervous, so the jam was called early before any points could be put on the board.
That's fair. That's fair. He can get around so fast. This jam is going to see Zoflake jamming again against Destructive, but Destructive does have that lead jammer. Zoflake is right on her tail, though. Zoflake is going to use that power that she has to pick up 3 points for the Nightmares, and this is the first time the Nightmares have been in the lead. Destructive picked up 1, so we have 85 Nightmares to Hellbenders 3. And we see Countess Clement jamming up against Cam Jam. I think this is Countess's first jamming today.
Some great tracking from Lengen on defense, really holding down that wall, preventing Cam Jam from getting through. But unfortunately, we'll see a penalty.
Cam Jam is going to make it through and pick up that lead jammer. Countess Clement is still fighting up against that Nightmare defense, trying to get through her first initial pass.
And the jam is called off.
Let's give a round of applause for Cam Jam. This is also her first match today, and she is working hard.
Jam's off with Gregulator and Morg battling it again for lead.
Gregulator has shown us some real fast feet this match, but so has Morg.
Definitely, definitely.
Hustler is holding off the Morg hard.
And some fancy footwork from Morg taking lead. And Gregulator still stuck in his initial, but still working hard to get past those Hellbenders. Morg is just relentless looking for that space. Coming through for another 4 points, getting past the Nightmares with absolute ease.
Greg is still working hard, but Morg does have the lead, and they're the only ones who are able to call off this jam.
We're going to see Dazed and Confused go into the penalty box, so let's see what the Hellbenders can do with one less blocker.
Hustler is defending hard today, causing Morg to call off that jam. Hellbenders took back that lead from the Nightmares. It is 90 to 88 Nightmares, but we do have Rin the Ripper coming in for the Hellbenders against Circuit for the Nightmares.
I think it just got colder in here with that smooth move from Circuit coming around the inside, taking lead very quickly.
He is fast and he is slick. Nobody's paying attention. He's just going to sweep on by and pick up some points for the Nightmares.
Another 4 on the board. We see Rin still stuck in that pack, working hard to find the space, and there's some great recycling.
Both of our Hellbenders come off the penalty box to help hold Circuit, but he's already through.
And now we see a penalty, not penalty, a panty pass. No penalties here, all 80 wheels on the track.
Circuit is going to jump right over it and then call off that jam. We do love seeing a jump.
Definitely. Very graceful.
It is.
This sport is multidisciplinary. It's ballet, it's ice hockey, it's roller derby, it's everything.
Chainsaws was one of our players with us who just unfortunately left us and abandoned us. And if you're listening, Chainsaws, I did say that. She would come in and do practices and teach ballet. And they would do ballet on skates, and it was wonderful.
I bet you guys had the best balance in all of Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Definitely. Sure. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Alvinale School of Dance has nothing on SCAR roller derby.
No, not a thing. And we look amazing in tutus.
You guys have one in my size? Can I join?
Yeah,
oh,
always.
Okay.
Everybody's welcome to join.
Awesome.
We love everybody. We're an inclusive league.
That being said, come join SCAR roller derby if you're looking to just skate around like you're watching right now. I'm looking at you guys over there. We got some cheerleaders with green in their hair, so if you guys want to play, make sure you do.
You're always welcome. We do need you. If you want to play, you're welcome. If you are not looking to play, we are always looking for people just to join the league, for non-skating officials, anything to help out. It's also a really great community, and we hang out. We've got Zoflake jamming for the Nightmares going up against Crystal Brawler for the Hellbenders. Both defenses are really doing their jobs today. But Zoflake is going to make it through the pack first to pick up that lead jammer. Is she going to score enough to keep that lead for the Nightmares? They are 100 Nightmares to 91 Hellbenders.
And Zoflake calls it off.
Pile 100 belly. I do love that. If you would like to join us, we usually have Freshies classes start every fall and spring. So keep an eye out on our Facebook and Instagram groups for the event. When it comes up here in spring, we will be starting another Freshies group. If you cannot skate, we will teach you. You will get your own emotional support human.
We're going to see a power jam for the Nittany Nightmares. So Cam Jam is really going to try to take advantage.
Keep that lead for the Nightmares.
Nice twist move around Auntie Dad.
Oh, and around Carnage helping to clear the way. But she is recycled back by Auntie Dad. Rin coming out of the penalty box. Going to try and get some points for the Hellbenders. But Cam Jam is the lead and the only one able to call off the jam. JK.
Rin makes it out of the pack. Well fought.
It looks like they're going to go the whole time for this jam. It looks like we actually do not have a lead jammer. That means we will do the entire jam.
Seems like she cannot call it. I believe because she went to the box. So we're going to see Cam Jam take advantage of that for the rest of the 14 seconds of the jam.
Rin still trying to work to pick up some points for the Hellbenders, and that is the end of the jam. Cam Jam picking up 4 points, and Rin the Ripper grabbing 3 for the Hellbenders. But that does not stop the lead for the Nightmares at 106 to Hellbenders 94.
Now we have an official review. So Cupcake Battering just came and updated us on that official review. We were trying to review if the points should be taken away or kept. I believe that the official review was lost.
The review was for if there was an initial pass correctly completed. It was deemed there was. So we're going to start this jam with Zoflake going up against Morg. Zoflake is going to hit hard to come out first through that initial pass and pick up lead jammer. Morg is still trying to fight up against that Nightmare defense. We do see a successful star pass, and that's going to go to Genghis Bond. But Zoflake is going to call off the jam before Genghis is able to pick up any points for the Hellbenders, maintaining that lead for the Nightmares.
And the jam has started.
We're going to see one of our visiting skaters, Sweet Potato, going up against Crystal Brawler. And Little Hammer is taking a turn into the penalty box.
I'm just really glad that we could come to an agreement with the NFL to hold the Super Bowl and this tournament on a different day, because they were really understanding of how important this is for the country.
Absolutely.
So thank you, NFL, for putting yourself aside for this game. This is my Super Bowl.
We should have a halftime show, though.
We should. Bring back cheerleaders, which is a kind of epitome of Gotham games. If anyone has ever been to a Gotham roller derby game.
I have not, but I want to go because, one, I love New York City. I like to eat, and that's what I really plan my trips around, to be quite honest.
Same.
Like, what do I want to eat when I visit New York City? And then I decide what I'm going to say.
What will I eat? When will I eat?
Mm-hmm.
How will I eat? Why will I eat?
But, I mean, why? Because you're walking everywhere.
Exactly.
Like 27 miles, I can eat whatever I want.
And you're not taking an Uber, so that money's going to go to food.
Exactly. I can eat whatever I want.
So you want to plan the Airbnb? I'll plan the flights?
Sure.
All right, perfect.
Absolutely.
And everyone's invited on this trip as well. And 302 makes it out.
We love a good bonding.
Genghis Bond.
But Regulator is trying to catch up. Unfortunately, they're going to call off that jam. I do love a good trip. I do love a good trip. And I haven't been to New York City in too long, so that needs to happen. And actually, we can take a train.
Love a good train.
I love a train.
I mean, Polar Express season.
Listen, give me a train, and I have a little snacky snack bag. We're good to go. And we are going to have an official timeout. The Nightmares are still in the lead at 114 to Happy Valley Hellbenders 100. This jam is going to see Zoflake from the Nightmares going up against Destructive for the Hellbenders.
Destructive and Zoflake battling it out for lead, and Zoflake's going to take the lead.
While Sweet Potato is going to recycle back Destructive.
We have a penny pass for the Hellbenders, and Morg has the jammer cap, working through those defenders, those last few defenders for the Mount Nittany Nightmares.
The defenders are working so hard today. It's just been amazing watching them hold back these jammers.
Zoflake comes flying through to get another 4 points on the board.
But Kem is going to get sent over to our penalty box. And Zoflake is going to call off that jam. We do see the Nightmares holding strong to that lead now. They've been playing catch up all day, but we do see them at 122 to 100.
That really shows the skill. I mean, the Hellbenders are playing great, Nightmares are playing great, and the score has been relatively close this whole game. So we have some great skill coming from both sides.
Yeah, we've seen amazing jamming, but I got to say, the defense today has just been shining. Countess Clement is going up against Addie. Both of them fighting against the defense hard. They are being held back. That defense is working, making them work for it. They are still working to get through their initial pass. Kem is going to come off the penalty box and add to that defense. We are halfway through the jam, and they are still trying to make it through their initial pass.
Defense is really locked down. They're not giving jammers any room.
No, they are working hard to talk to each other and make sure they hold that wall.
So the Nightmares jammer is going to get drawn back.
Dazed and Confused got sent to the penalty box. Will that give the Nightmares a little bit of an advantage? I don't know, because their defense is working hard. Hellbender's defense is working hard today. Addie is fighting against them. Dazed and Confused was out of the penalty box, but apparently needed another visit. And that is going to be the end of the jam. That defense worked hard today, preventing the jammers from making their initial pass. We do have a team timeout. But the Nightmares are still holding strong at 122 to the Happy Valley Hellbenders 100. This jam is going to see Nancy Drew Blood going up against Zoe Flake for the Nightmares. That is a worthy contest right there.
And the jam is off. We have Zoe Flake jamming for the Mount Nittany Nightmares. And Zoe Flake takes lead.
It's that fast feet. Nancy makes it through, though, and it is hot. Nancy Drew Blood is hot on her heels. We've got some very helpful coaching on the sidelines. Not entirely certain what was said, but it was said with passion.
And we see some really great maneuvers from Genghis Bond.
Genghis Bond did pick up lead jammer. Is going to grab some points before calling off that jam, so Circuit can't grab any for the Nightmares. Auntie Dad is going to find themselves in the penalty box for a forearm. This jam is going to see Craven Equality going up against Gregulator. But we do have an official timeout.
the review is over. Or is it? Now it is. And the jam has started.
The Hellbenders are going to find themselves in a power jam for Craven as Circuit is in the penalty box.
And, you know, the Hellbenders could really make it back here if we see...
Craven is quick, and she is so good at what she does. She could potentially pick up enough points, but Piston is going to recycle her back and stop that a little bit. Circuit's coming on hot off of the penalty bench.
Circuit makes it around the pack with ease, lapping Craven equality.
Craven's going to call off the jam before Circuit's able to grab any points for the Nightmares. This jam is going to see our own Casey Kasem of Rollerderby announcing Carnage going up against Dazed and Confused. We do have an official timeout.
And the jam has started. We see Carnage jamming and really maneuvering around those Hellbenders, trying to take advantage of this last jam of the game, possibly, if we let it run all the way through.
Uncle Mommy was working hard to try and hold back Dazed and Confused, but Dazed and Confused is going to pull out and grab that lead jammer. Can they get enough points to tighten up that gap?
Looks like they're on a good, positive roll, trying to make back that deficit slowly but surely.
We did have a successful star pass. Hustler is now jamming.
Smart move for the call-off to set up the next jam for success for the Hellbenders if they want to make back this deficit against the Nittany Nightmares.
We are getting to the end of our match. It is 126 Nightmares to 112 Hellbenders. And we are going to see Destructive going up against Zoflake for what will most likely be our last jam. If you are here in the audience or listening to us live, our after party will be at X-Men. So come out and see your favorite players and give them a congratulations. That will be at Axemen Brewery.
And Zoflake takes the lead on the final jam of the game.
Destructive making it through her initial pass, trying to catch up to Zoflake, grab as many points as she can for the Hellbenders. And Zoflake is going to call off that jam. That is our final jam. We do need to wait for the officials, but currently we are looking at 130 Nightmares to 116 Hellbenders.
Wait for that final sweeping whistle where they're counting and tallying up all the scores. And that is the final score. Nittany Nightmares 130, Happy Valley Hellbenders 116.
Let's get a round of applause for the Nittany Nightmares. They worked hard today, catching up to the Hellbenders and taking over. But give a round of applause for the Hellbenders because they worked hard, both in defense and jamming. Give us a few moments, and we will announce our official MVB and MVJs for each team. Okay, friends, we do have our 50-50 raffle. And get out your tickets to find out who is winning today. If your ticket is 373369, you have won the 50-50 raffle. 373369. Come see us. All right, all right, all right. We do have our awards today. And from the Hellbenders, our most valuable jammer is going to be 302 Genghis Bond.
Come up here and get your award.
Come get this amazing award that was made for you on our St. Bloody Massacre. St. Valentine's Bloody Massacre.
And for the Mount Nittany Nightmares most valuable jammer, we have Gregulator.
Congratulations, Gregulator. It is their first match.
Congratulations.
Way to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and for our most valuable blocker on the Hellbenders, we're going to have 79 Lenjin. It is their first match as well.
Congratulations.
Way to go, way to go.
And for your Mount Nittany Nightmares, our MVP is Piston number 88. Whoa, I'm not the jammer. Game's over. Okay. Congratulations, great job.
Let's get a round of applause for our most valuable jammers and most valuable blockers. And let's get a round of applause for all of our other players today. We appreciated you. We appreciate our crowds and fans coming out to play. Make sure you catch us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and our YouTube channel. The after party is at Axemen Brewery. Don't forget, we do have our Center of the Universe 2026 tournament coming up at the end of the month. That will be February 27th to March 1st. Come out and see teams from all over as they compete in a multi-day tournament.